Alright, welcome to a little bit of an interesting video today. We're going to be doing a tier list, as you can see, of Joe Rogan and his shitbag friends, including him, he's a shitbag too. But we're not just going to be ranking by opinion, we will be ranking by cringy / just horrible clips of them doing just, their fucking worst shit ever. So, we're going to start off with the man himself, Mr. Joe Rogan. Alright, let's watch his first clip.
That's worth a lot of money. You can.
What kind of money? What do you think? I'm not saying like the ads or whatever. I'm saying
You'd be like, program.
Yeah.
That's not possible. We're booked up months and months in advance.
You were so confident until just now.
No.
Pick a month, few months off.
That's ridiculous to flip a coin on that. There's no chance.
Well, do you think that there's something of equivalent value?
No.
There's
No,
nothing.
that?
Nothing that I can do.
There's nothing that you could give me that would be worth a week of programming on the show. What are you going to give me?
What about the day of programming?
You'd have to give me a spectacular amount of money.
I said
No, that is just bad from Joe. Both those clips. Let's just break it down. The first clip, he's got that dude on there talking about rock paper scissors. I have no clue who that dude is. I'm going to be honest. But then he says the programming of the show, and then for some reason Joe Rogan turns real sour and gets real worked up. I get it. He probably had a lot of people booked up. But was it really necessary to be like, you have nothing worth that. Nothing. Like, this dude's your guest, man. Like, the fuck? And for that, like, ignorance and arrogant behavior, Joe Rogan's going to sit in a C tier. He's going to get C tier. Oh, yeah. Forgot the second clip.
It was a really big fight for me. It was a really tough fight for me, too. You know, it was a really bad camp. It was probably the worst camp of my career. My dad had passed away like 3 weeks before the fight, and like 2 or 3 days after that.
Why does that look so shitty, Jamie?
My cousin passed away. So it was
Like, pull it back. Is it our computer that's doing that?
That, bro, I don't know if he's just got a fucking, like, low IQ, or it's some, like, psychosis from all the fucking weed he smokes or whatever. This motherfucker listened to this dude talk about one of the roughest fight camps he's ever had because his father passed away, and near the end you can hear him actually say his cousin died as well. And Joe Rogan thinks that his YouTube video being low quality is more important than this dude fucking spilling his heart out to Joe, giving him something worthwhile. You know how many clips came from that? Instead, they were fucking bad clips because Joe Rogan's a retard. Shows you that he actually does think his programming is fucking really good. Yeah, you're getting C tier, Joe Rogan. Sorry, man.
People with fast cars, especially big guys with dope cars, the one thing people do, it doesn't matter if you're any of size, they go, how do you fit in that thing? It's like, oh, that's your takeaway from this dope-ass car? Jeez, I can't believe you fit in that thing. Yeah, okay. That's the takeaway, huh? Twin-turbo Lamborghini, Aventador.
He's racing it.
Is he racing it?
Oh, you know, at the track.
That's not Aventador. That's the smaller one. I can't. Again, it's not even hating on big guys in sports cars. I just can't. I can't believe he fits in there. Like, order a vanilla milkshake.
How many calories and you know what's in milk? Sugar.
Sugar.
You know, those clips just then kind of sum up. Fuck, I'm Brendan Schaub. What am I talking about? I can't even fucking speak. I was just about to make fun of him not being able to pronounce shit, and I'm over here like, look, that sums up Brendan Schaub perfectly. His whole personality. Now, he's a horrible UFC fighter, horrible comedian, and like just a bit, giving off CTE vibes. But I would put him in a C tier with Rogan, but he's going to have to go to D tier for his concurrent situation with the CBD oil. And the thing that really pisses me off about that, I'm not going to get into that, so if you want to look into that, it's like company, he bought stakes in, he was meant to do advertisements, he ended up just like flunking out on them hardcore, which is obviously against the contract if he's meant to be doing influencer stuff. But anyway, besides all the money shit to the side or whatever, yeah, they haven't sold because they lost money on it. The thing that gets me pretty worked up about it is he talks about the reason he got into this company is because the CBD oil helped his son stop having seizures, right? So the doctors wanted him to put his kid on all these fucking prescriptions and shit. That would have given fucking side effects and all that. But CBD oil stopped the seizures. Ever since he gave it, that's what he said. He said ever since he started giving the CBD oil to his son, he stopped all the seizures and everything's been fine, right? And now that's what this company's done for you. That's great. You know, I'm not a father. I couldn't say what that's like. But I know how much people love their kids. And to do something like that for someone's kid, you think they would be over the moon and owe that person, you know, the world. But not Brendan Sharp. That's just water under the bridge for Brendan Sharp. So he gets D tier. That's why I also made that picture of him getting knocked out, because he's a fucking dickhead. Anyway, let's go to everyone's favourite man, Bert Kreischer.
I can't love them if I'm dead, so I want them dead also.
Fair. You sound like a lady that puts her kids in the lake. You know what I mean? It's just fucking, that's a wild statement.
The thing that gets me worked up about Bert Kreischer is how he talks about his kids, man. Like in that clip we just saw, he says he would want, if he died, he would want his kids to be dead too. That is fucking insane. That is just an insane statement. I would even put that on a level of psychotic. That's like a psychotic narcissist statement. You're saying that, hear me out, right? Bert Kreischer, he thinks he's the point of the world. Because he thinks that his life and his love is so valuable that his love is worth more than their lives. That's insane. Insane statement. Bert Kreischer, you would go below D tier, but you're going next to Brendan Schaub, and you should be knocked out on the ground like him too. Now, everyone's favourite fucking, I don't give a fuck dude. This piece of shit, Bill Burr.
He also had a zillion kids, so I mean, yeah.
Really? How many siblings do you have?
I don't know, dude. The internet's too fucking weird to give out all that information.
Oh, you don't even want to say how many because you're afraid that it will
by all means,
compromise
keep
your
talking
privacy.
about it. Is there any way you can cut this out? I'm honest, dude. Like,
seriously?
Yeah, no, dude. There's fucking lunatics out there.
Okay. Well.
Off the air, I'll cut it.
All right.
Jeez. I love how surprised he is. Jeez.
Well, you can mention the
There's
amount.
absolutely crazy.
Now, that clip alone is why Joe Rogan actually also made it onto this tier list. Bill Burr, man. Bill Burr. He's a very strange specimen because from what I've seen, because I used to watch him a lot, and I used to like Bill Burr a lot, actually. And he's better than Bert Kreischer, I'll say that, because he actually loves his children. Bert Kreischer just wants them to die. I will say that Bill Burr, I feel like, to me, his whole persona is, oh, I don't give a fuck. You know, is that I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, oh, you're nervous? I don't give a fuck. I'm going to point out you're nervous and whatever. And I get it. Like, some people, it's like, oh, I don't want to keep acting like fucking just vomit, bro. But he's I don't give a fuck persona kind of changes over time depending on people and turns more into I don't give a fuck to fuck you persona, you know? Like, it goes from I don't give a fuck, you know, you fucked up, I don't give a fuck, I'm going to point it out, to like, you fucked up, fuck you, you know? It's giving off Joe Rogan vibes, really. For that reason, I'll give him B tier, because at least he's just fucking with other famous people. Joe Rogan, his picture makes me think he's Joe Rogan. Fucking H3H3, Ethan Klein, he's going through some stuff right now. He's actually suing people right now. I was going to make another video on that, but I like he got a little scared. Even though I'm such a tiny little creator, I got a little scared that he might sue me. He could crush me under his little finger, under his little fat finger. But, I don't know. I really loved Ethan Klein growing up when I was like 12, watching his videos. He made some good YouTube videos, and then he went to podcasting, and then it went horrible. Because all this shit's going on, and everything's just turned into a big fucking mess. And for some reason, Hila is like now like a supermodel and doesn't want anything to do with him or some shit. I don't. It's turned into such a shit show. We're gonna now move on to Joey Diaz. Yeah, I actually like Joey Diaz. I don't really have anything against him. Joey Diaz, you get S tier. I like Joey Diaz because everything he says seems pretty legitimate. He seems like a legitimate dude, chill dude, and he doesn't give a fuck. He's like what Bill Burr wants to be, I feel. You know, he actually don't give a fuck. He'll just talk about shit. He's like, I've done crazy shit. I don't care. I'm going to say it. And he probably smokes twice the amount, maybe triple the amount of like weed and drugs Joe Rogan does, and still can comprehend shit way better than Joe Rogan. So you get S tier, my boy.
I filmed them one time.
Really?
Well, one time I go through and I was fired up that day, and somebody told me, I don't know, probably something they're supposed to tell me, but I was like, go fuck you. You know, I was just like not having it. And so I walk through, because it's very like, you know, it's not consistent, I feel like, right?
Not at all.
There's not that's the part that's like very upsetting sometimes, is like, you can't bring that backpack through. Like, I fly with this every week. I don't care if you fly with it every week. And I'm like, it's definitely okay to put this through. And like,
anyway, Tom Segura, he kind of just snuck his way on the list, if I'm going to be completely honest. I accidentally opened something on my computer just then. He snuck his way on the list. I actually don't mind him. I don't mind him. I liked his comedy. It was Discord. I liked his comedy specials a lot. I bought his book. I actually own his book. I think it was called Tom Segura, I'd Like to Play Alone, Please. I enjoyed it. I haven't read the whole thing, but I read most of it. And it's hard to make me read a book, I'm going to be honest. I like his comedy specials a lot. I can't even remember if I said that. He did have a blow up in TSA, but he's going to get A tier. But he's not in S tier just because he's did a podcast with Bert Kreischer. You know, it's like Kanye West and all that Hitler stuff. Kanye West is a good rapper, but he needs to stop connecting himself with Hitler. That would help him out a lot. Now, everyone's favorite backup character, Bryan Callen. Look, I knew kind of from the start that this dude was just a bit of fucking, I don't know, a tag-along dude, I guess you could say, because when I actually used to listen to Joe Rogan's podcast fucking years ago when I was a little dipshit, every time he was on, I disliked him a lot. He didn't really bring anything valuable. He just fucking was kind of there, you know? He was just there. Like, what do you want me to say, Bryan Callen? And then the thing that kind of puts me off a bit about him is definitely his tough guy persona, where he's like, I don't like bullies. I'm going to kick your ass if you bully me. I can't even say that without fucking laughing, but we're going to put him in a special tier, but we're going to watch the clip first.
Wait a minute. Who was Captain Marvel when we were kids? A dude. Wait a minute. Right?
Oh, look, I don't know.
It's amazing that it's not a trans woman. That would be dope. That's what they're going to do next.
Trans?
Yeah, it was a weightlifting champion. Yeah. Hey, come sit down.
Messed up my tier list. I tried to replicate it. I think this is what the tier list was. S, A, B, C, D, and L tier. We got the triple L tier. Now, the reason he's going into the triple L tier is because he is with two other losers during that clip. Joe Rogan and Brendan Sharp. He also just sucks. He sucks. They suck. They're okay. He's alright. I kind of like him. I like this dude. That's my tier list. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, comment on other tier lists you want me to do, or just comment on anything you want me to make, alright? I'm a small YouTuber. Surely you like. Surely you subscribe. Do me a favor. What if I put up flashing lights? Put up something flashing. Maybe I make something zoom in. Put shit across the screen. I don't know. Just like and subscribe, please. Alright. I'll see you in the next one.